Welcome to Inside Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp is in no doubt as far as Liverpool's top four hopes are concerned. To have any chance of sneaking into the final Champions League spot inside the last 2 weeks of the campaign, then his side must be flawless. Winning 4 games is pretty much the only chance we have, but that is what we should try, Klopp said in the wake of his side's 2-0 victory over Southampton on Saturday night. It will be difficult, but it is what we must try. So 12 points is the target then, as Liverpool aim to snatch something back from a season that has taken so much from them. To do that, however, Klopp's men must break new ground on Thursday night. Under him, the Reds have failed to land a telling blow on Manchester United on their travels to Old Trafford. Liverpool are without a win and 6 at the home of United under their current manager, but now need to end at to have a prayer of Champions League football next season. Klopp then must go as strong as possible and hope United's third game between Sunday and Thursday takes its toll. Fingers will be crossed for the return to fitness of Ozan Kabak. The Turkey international became the latest centre-back problem for Klopp when he set out the visit of Southampton with what was described as a minor issue. If fit, he starts. Nat Phillips will continue in his place too, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson in their usual places at right and left back, respectively. Alisson Becker, who was largely excellent against the Saints, will keep his place in goal. Midfield, as always, in the making talking point for Klopp and his staff as he wakes up his potential 11 for Old Trafford. Expect Fabinho to continue at the base of the midfield at least. The Brazilian has been superb all season and a big factor behind the push for the top 4 in the last couple of months has been his return to that defensive midfield role. Klopp may be minded to ride the chance in the engine room, particularly given Gini Wijnaldum has played over 26,000 minutes this term. But with this one coming on Thursday after a Saturday evening fixture, Klopp might feel that is sufficient rest time for those who started against Southampton. Wijnaldum and Thiago Alcantara will once again be pushing for a place in the side at Old Trafford as a result. James Milner was named of captain for the game that was postponed 8 days ago, so he will also have his own claims to start this one. Up top, Mohamed Salah is a nailed-on starter. With 29 goals to his name this season, one shudders to think where Liverpool would be without the Egypt star. Sadio Mane is pushing for a start too, giving his goal against the Saints. The Senegal star has not always looked full of confidence this season, but it will be a brave call to leave him out after a close-range header gave him his 40th goal of the campaign at the weekend. So the question that is whether Roberto Firmino or Diogo Jota gets the nod to lead the line. It was the former who has given the shirt when the team sheet dropped for the original fixture earlier this month, but it was Jota who was selected ahead of the Brazilian on Saturday night. There is a little debate over whose output has been the most productive in front of goal. However, Jota, even with the 3 months injury layoff to contend with, has scored twice as many as his teammate in his maiden campaign at Anfield. But while Firmino's tally of 6 is half that of Jota's, his 8 assists comfortably drove the one that Jota has laid on. It is this call that represents Klopp's biggest thoughts drift toward Tuesday big match at Old Trafford.